guys, welcome to our first zone summary update for you. So we're going to be talking about what we've done throughout October and also what we've got coming up for the rest of the semester. So I guess I can kick it off. So throughout the summer we launched a Dish the Dirt campaign. So I emailed all students encouraging you guys to email me any bad experiences you'd had if you were living off campus. So I was inundated with a lot of emails, photo evidence, where you guys are having really bad experiences of landlords or your properties aren't in a good enough state to live in. So I'm using that to go to Anne Milton with, our local MP, in a couple of weeks to speak to her and kind of find out exactly what she'll be able to do to help us with that. Also recently, myself and Saskia had a meeting with Guildford Borough Council about housing, and in particular the proposed development of Guildford Park Road, which is just on the outskirts of university, and we're campaigning to get some student-built accommodation there for you, because at the moment they're wanting to have social housing built and we don't believe it's really the best use of space. So to be confirmed, more info on that will come soon.
So yeah, it's been a good start to the year in the community zone. We had Freshers Week, and along with all the sort of sell-out events and rubrics like usual, we also had some alternative non-alcoholic events. So we had sewing workshops, cooking workshops, what else we have? Pizza and mocktail night, and they were all a really big success. So we're hoping to keep that up over the year, hopefully having a few more alternative events going on. What else have we been up to? We started having our zone meetings, so all of my zone members are working on their manifestos, and it's really good to see where all their different points cross over. So I'm getting quite a few of them to work together on different things in order to get it done in an even more successful way. What else are we doing? We're currently recruiting community reps, so we've already got 5 or 6, and that's students that are going to be out in the community, students that live off campus basically, and they will be representatives for their area. So we've got a couple of reps for Guildford Park Avenue, Southway, still looking for a few more for the other sort of highly populated student areas. So if you're keen to get involved with that, please let me know. We've also got a big showcase event coming up, Battle of the Bands. So had a few entries already, but it should be a really good night, and it's going to be in aid of Oxfam. So it's on the 24th of November. Me and Alex have both been attending quite a few meetings around Simply Fresh, so we're in the meeting group for that. So if you have any complaints or things that you want to see changed about Simply Fresh, we've been pushing them quite hard to lower their prices, and they are doing that. But if you have any more feedback, please let us know, because we can hopefully get it sorted for you.
Definitely. I guess just to add to that, Simply Fresh falls under campus catering, and the university have just recruited a new head of catering and hospitality. So myself, Saskia and Becky were involved in the recruitment process, and we're going to be meeting with her really soon. And we've got so much feedback from you around what you're not happy about with the food on campus, but any more information is golden for us to take to the university. So if you've got any feedback around campus catering, what you're not happy with, what you're dissatisfied with, what you'd like to see, please email me or Saskia, and we will take back to the new head of catering when we meet them next week.
One of the main things that I was working on over the summer and had earlier, it was the week after Freshers Week, was my personal safety campaign called Safer at Surrey. And so some of the things that we did during that week were we had a Q&A panel with the Surrey Police and security. We went on lots of secret missions around campus. Myself and the SABs and the zone members, we went around with balloons that said this could have been a burglar, make sure you keep your windows shut, and we were putting them through all the open windows. And we also had little sweets that said this could have been a thief's hand, like keep your bag zipped up, just like little things that should sort of shock students but in a safe environment, so just to make them think about their surroundings and being aware. We also had the Citrus Night, which was Cops Robbers themed, and there was one other main thing. Oh, self-defence workshops. So we had on the Tuesday and the Thursday we had 3 self-defence workshops with Gareth from the sports park, and they were really successful. By the end of the week we had about 30 people turning up to each workshop, so it was really good. So I hope that everyone feels a lot safer at Surrey.
So it's also been a very busy month for the support zone. Had a lot of really good projects going on. In the summer, I worked with lots of university staff, equality and diversity, security, student life mentoring, to work on the university's new sexual harassment, rape and assault policy. So the university didn't really have a clear one beforehand, and it was only for staff. Now they have one for staff and students, and it's very clear. So that's a really, really big success for the support zone. I also set up the Happiness Cafe. You may see me holding this cup, so you might have seen that in T's and T's. And that's with the Centre for Wellbeing, and it's just a proactive stance to positivity and happiness, and it happens in the front room every Wednesday 1 to 3 p.m. So I hope to see you guys coming soon. We've also had our first campaign, which has been Shag Week, which stands for Sexual Health Awareness and Guidance, and we did loads of things for that have been really popular. For example, our shag bags, and we also had a talk with a panel of students and staff, and that was called Sexuality in the 21st Century. I've also got coming up the mental health awareness campaign, which will be called Let's Talk Mental Health, and there'll be lots of stuff going out over the social media about that, so stay tuned.
So Black History Month, as you know, was a great success. We did a lot of stuff concerning around putting up loads of things on social media. We had the Afro-Caribbean market, which was great. On top of that, we also had the Native Grounds Night, which was a great success. We had different people coming down from parts of London, some even from local Guildford, and even some local students, just showcasing their talents and sort of the different cultures that they have to offer. Also, on top of that, Course Rep Conference, we had one a few weeks back. It was absolutely great. We had about 85 course reps, and we're having another one on the 12th of November, and that's meant to be the biggest one. So if you're a course rep, please do come down to it, and if you haven't been given an email yet, one should be going out soon. If not, please do come and see me. Guildford Male Referendum, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard about it. We had a debate in which there was a side for and against, and members of the community as well as members of the student population, as well as ourselves, the SABs, came down, and we all voiced our opinions, asked questions, and I think that's it from me.
Activity! Yay, activity zone. Like everyone really, we've had quite a busy summer. You'll have probably noticed that Freshers Fair included loads of sports and societies, loads of volunteering opportunities, and also Active Freshers Fair. We had around 2,000 students take part in Active Freshers Fair, which is really, really good. We've also had sports and society standing, so this is when all the committees come together, we give them feedback, and we get feedback from them. It's a good chance to know how everyone's doing and to help them out. Spreading awareness of everyone else's campaigns and that as well, so they've gone really well so far. Also, we have This Girl Can, which is coming up. This is a campaign which was originally started by Sport England, and it's about boosting participation of females and also boosting their confidence and making sure they have a space that they feel safe and that they can grow in knowledge and develop and just basically feel good about themselves, which is also really good for women of faith. It means they have a chance to be in an environment where there's women only and they can take part in all sorts of different activities, so hoping that that's a good success. There'll be information on that on Facebook, and you'll see it online on social media, so keep an eye out for the activity zone for that. That will be on Saturday the 12th of November. That's the main event, and then there's the whole week as well, where there'll be loads of videos online. There's also BOP Week, which will be coming up next month. That's about boosting our potential. So again, that's involving loads of activities you can get involved in and recognising your development through partaking them. And there's also been a few meetings in regards to varsity, which is quite a way ahead in the future, but it's something to keep in mind and watch this space because it'll be fab. Also worth noting that we've started exec meetings now as well. So in regards to more regular updates as to what all the zones are doing and things like that, if you ever want to come and see what's happening in your union, then it's definitely worth having a look. So I know Zainab will want lots of people there so you can partake in the meetings.
It's a really good way to just find out how the union works and what your elected officers talk about and how policy is passed, because when policy is passed, it doesn't just stop, it actually happens. So, if you want to see a policy passed or you want to question why we do things the way we do. Exec is the perfect platform for that. So happens Tuesdays, alternative Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. But if you just email your union chair, Zainab, or tweet her, she'll always get back to you. So definitely come and get involved.
Oh, another thing, by-elections. So you would have noticed a lot of stuff going out on social media about the community zone and whether you can run for a position in Surrey Decides. I think now the lines have now closed for candidates, so can't call in anymore. But there will be a chance to vote for whichever candidates you feel would be suitable to join Saskia's community zone. They're all brilliant candidates, so please do vote. It's really, really important. And yeah.
Also, something that Coyle and I have been working on is the well-being around students. And so last year, as the Vice President, I managed to get onto the Wellbeing Strategy Group, which is a committee within the university. And when I went on that group, I found that it was very staff orientated. It didn't really talk about students and kind of where they want well-being to go for students. Obviously, mental health is such forward-facing issue at the moment. The stigma is thankfully slowly going and more people are coming out and talking about it, but although that's great, it means that action needs to happen and things need to happen to respond to that. So Coyne and I are working closely with the head of the Centre of Wellbeing to kind of come up with a student strategy and ensure that you guys are really at the front of that, and that although staff are important, but at the end of the day we're here for students and we want to make sure you guys have the best experience possible. So again, any feedback you have on the wellbeing services or anything like that, just come and speak to Coyne or myself and we'll feed that back to the relevant people. One other thing, which is really, really important to mention, we have now appointed officially an architect for the new design and building refurbishment of the union. So all communication will be going out, not only via this message, but throughout the rest of the next academic year and so forth. So we want to hear from you what you want to see from your next building, and if you're not going to be here when the new building opens, we're really sorry about that, but we want to make sure that you have an amazing time left at Surrey. So entertainment wise, we're going to do our very best to make sure that you have that fulfilled. So we'll be rolling out lots of communications to you. You're not going to be left in the dark. This is your union. We want you to help design it, build it, all of that. So again, watch this space. It's a really exciting project, and there'll be lots of information going out soon. So obviously this is only a summary of what we've been up to. However, our door is always open in the union. Please come and speak to us. Any feedback you have about anything, your course, Simply Fresh, your sport or society experience, the support services, like anything, course reps, please come and speak to us. We are here. We're elected by you to represent you. We are always here to speak to you guys. So hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you around.